Hi, my name is Logan Klaus. I'm a producer, singer, and songwriter from the Billboard 500 Club's private mentorship program with Adam McInnis. Thank you so much for tuning into the Music Industry Contact YouTube channel. We do hit song breakdowns, demo critiques, and have a wealth of music industry-related information for you to check out at any time. Today, we're breaking down MONSTA X Love. I'm very excited. I've never heard this song before. I've heard this band before, and they're great. As you know, we can't monetize these videos, so we would love to have you as part of our Patreon Golden Ear community, which gives you exclusive early access content, including videos and polls for selecting our next song breakdowns. If you're already supporting, thank you so much. And if you'd like to join, just click the link in the description below. All right, let's get into MONSTA X Love. All right, so I'm very excited. I've never heard this song before. I love this band. Love Killa is a great tune. The music video is super cool. It had all like this Sigma male movies in it. It was just fantastic. Either way, this is gonna be great. So we'll just get right into the video here. All right.
넌 사랑이 뭐라고 생각해?
Whoa.
We love it this time right now. We back again once again.
Wow. Okay.
헤매고 있던 듯은 사랑의 의미 이제야 찾아낸 너와의 시절 속에 다시 빠져들어 순수했던 나의 너와의 감정을 꺼낸 이 순간 No reason 어디든 Just go for me 걸음이 느려진 듯
Wow.
밤이 계속 지금 이대로 다 주고 싶어 상처를 안고 또 다시 한 번 더 Me like you did 처음 본 순간부터 내게
Oh yeah, this is so good. This is so good. Wow. 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 There's just some. Wow. That saxophone? What?
Come to my party.
Okay, before we get into the second half of this song, there's just so much cool stuff going on here. Wow. Wow, I am floored. When God created these boys, he took the sexy and he just went for it. This is just, these guys know what is going on here. Wow. The chandelier in the middle of the parking lot, that is genius. You can tell that that was sitting in the music video director's book for probably 20 years. That's such a good, that's so cool. That's iconic. But anyway, there is just so much going on here. I want to get right into breaking it down. Before I like to do this at the start of every video because I'm going to say it a lot. And it's this concept called the power of three. It's where you do something one time, do it slightly different the second time, do the same thing again the third, and then same or different on the fourth. It's one of the formulas. The other formula is same, different on the third, and then same or completely different on the fourth. So, yeah, there's kind of three different formulas there, but you'll see it appear in the bass line, you'll see it appear in the vocal melody, you'll see it in everywhere. It's like some kind of subconscious, it's in our biology, it's written in our DNA. I don't know why humans love it, we just do. It's very exciting. This song is so good, especially that post-chorus with the saxophone just ripping in the background. It's so awesome. I'm very excited to get into this. Let's just go section by section here and see what we can pull out.
넌 사랑이 뭐라고 생각해?
First off, I don't know why, this is a staple of K-pop, starting with a vocal thing. Just as soon as they hear that, they know the song is on. And, you know, Lizzo started to do that. Dua Lipa's done that a few times. I think. Somebody fact check that. But there's like it grabs attention right off the bat. lets you know what song is coming on. It's a great way of just, you know, getting the crowd hyped up immediately.
We loving this time right now. We back again once again.
Okay, first off, this intro here, like maybe they just, I don't know if this ever comes back. This intro, this bass line is great. Very low on the strings, and then they switch over to like a slap bass tone, which is super cool. Introduce this emotion, grab attention, and then the dun 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 dun. I think that's like, is that like Kanye West or something? Is that like Gold Digger? It's a very, very reminiscent of that thing. But this is like 90s boom bap kind of soundscape, and then they go into something super modern and cool. Like I love how I'm starting to notice like what they've done in the intros of a lot of songs is they'll like tease us like either the post-chorus or the pre-chorus for only like it only goes around twice here, right? So it doesn't really situate itself as a full section. It really only goes around 2 times, which makes it very interesting. When it gets to that section again later in the song and you get to see it come into fruition fully, it's very gratifying for a listener. Anyway.
We back again once again.
Yeah. Okay. One thing I've noticed that MONSTA X has done a lot is the beat 1 impact, and they do it a lot of times it's in the chorus, but they'll have a kind of this feeling of like big stomp, very masculine. Boom, boom, you know, and they kind of like pull back. And even in the past, like when it comes to the 4 times around here, if we're going to talk about that power 3, there's the impact on the 1. It's not there on the 2nd time. It's back on the 3rd, and then they completely change it up on the 4th time, and they have that piano in there, that transitional element. It's great when every single piece of the song can be some kind of hook. So right now, they're starting to use that transitional element of the piano. The da-da-da-da-da-da, that's a transitional element. It could be used as like a riser. It's a drum fill. It's a sound that basically only plays on the 4th time around, you know? And that tells the listener, hey, we're going into the thing. It's the repetitive quality, like this circular motion. You know, we want to create as much of a rise and fall so that, and then coming back down to beat 1, having huge impact on that group of 4. They're going to do impact, change, like reserved a little bit, another impact, transitional element. There's like this huge rise and then fall back into the beat 1 of the next section. Wow, that piano on the 4th there. Da 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 da. The piano seems to be being used as a transitional element. That's really cool. I also wanted to point out in the right ear, there's that guitar. It seems like it's really paralleling the vocal melody, which is super cool. Like I think there's maybe not parallel is probably not the right word, but it's setting the same tones because the vocals have like the but they're very staccato, very like highly delivered. They're not very singy right now, right? So having the guitar kind of playing that plucky thing is going to give the track this kind of bounce, this kind of having those staccato notes. You'll also notice that the high end is quite rolled off on the guitar. Maybe it's just my hair in my ears. Could be. I'm gonna open that. Let me hear that again. Yeah, it's definitely on like the rhythm pickup as opposed to like a super trebly. You know, it could be a lot more shrill or a lot more plucky, whereas it's it sounds more palm muted, more in the background. Just as an idea for, you know, anybody trying to play live instruments, there's so much more that goes into it than just playing the notes and being able to identify when to be reserved and when to be out front is, obviously really important. They're trying to stay reserved and not get in the way of the vocals. Whereas if they were going ba 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 da ba da da da, like he could have been wailing on it, but he doesn't have to be, right? So just keeping that in mind. I don't remember who said it. I think it might have been Stevie Wonder or something, where he's like, play the sound. Different concept completely to what I was just talking about, but it's always things pop into people's heads for a reason. So the play the sound is the instrument makes a noise, right? So try to use that noise to your advantage and actually manipulate that noise. It's not just pressing notes. It's how hard you press the notes. It's where are you pushing or pulling on the beat a little bit? Are you palm muting? Are you using the modulation wheel? Are you, holding things just for a super specific amount of time in order to get the right articulation, right? So, yeah, that's a great word for it, articulation. How are you articulating the notes? Anyway, let's keep going. Here we are. So lyrically, I've noticed something kind of paralleling between all of the kind of boy bands, is that the verses is very masculine energy, very delivery based. The pre-chorus is very emotional, very like tapping into and saying things that are really kind of poetic and very feeling oriented. Whereas then when you get to the chorus, it's very sexy and this kind of quick mixture of masculine and emotion, which I think finds a great middle place in the tribal sexy area. And also I wanted to point out that the intro sound, the kind of 90s boom bap zappy kind of thing, came back in the pre-chorus, but I don't think it was the same bass. The bass tone was kind of similar. So the intro had like a real live bass playing on the lower strings, whereas in the pre-chorus it was a synth, like some kind of synth bass here. Oh. I can't tell because there's just so much low end in there. It sounds like somebody playing like a Moog. Somebody playing a Moog like a bass guitar, and the high end very rolled off. Because just when the sub frequencies come in there, it doesn't sound like the characteristic of any bass I've heard. But if it is, it could be like a fretless bass, which could be really cool. I don't know. Very interesting. Yeah, this is super cool. Wow. So like in that hook there, we had kind of two different emotions really showing through. One thing that I'm really realizing is how well the personalities of each of the members of the band when they're singing shows through. And now even things change up in the track. It's almost like when you're watching a cartoon as a kid, the character jumps on the screen and that like the best example I can think of this, and you're going to call me a nerd, I know, but like is Sonic X. Every single time a character comes on the screen, the music changes up to be like, and this is very just characteristic of kids shows in general, the music changes up to exemplify that type of the character's personality, right? And they do this inside the framework of a track, and then when one character is singing, and it's funny to use it as like character or persona is singing, elements of the tracks change up. So I've noticed this guy, whenever he's on the screen, it gets kind of scary. I don't know why. He's got like this edgy, scary kind of vibe to him. Whereas you notice this other guy, he's very like, this guy here. Please make me crazy. He's like very pretty boy, kind of like very, just the personality shows through in such an incredible way. Anyway, let's keep moving on because this next section is so cool. This sounds like a bridge to me. That snare tone.
We can take it fast or slow.
Oh, they pulled the snare out. Okay.
언제나 elevate 산 앞에 좀 이상한 예상의 빅 너를 유혹하기엔 충분한 리빅 벗어나긴 힘든 you gotta say it 처음 본 순간부터 내겐 그저 my love for me baby 숨길 수 없어 난 내게 그저 my love for me baby.
The structure of this song is really cool. I gotta point that out. So we had verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and then like a bridge or chorus B. This like super sexy kind of slow motion feeling, you know, Matthew McConaughey kind of the ordeal, and then right into a rap verse, and then into the hook again, which is just crazy. This they're really experimenting with these different emotions, and I feel like if they had used that bridge in the average place of a bridge, it wouldn't have been as cool. Like, and it was super cool because it was so unexpected to go to this like slow motion sexy boy feel, and now they're back into the chorus again. It's just amazing. I don't know if it's worth going into all of the extra details of this. I mean, it's just so good. I'm loving it. Anyway, yeah, let's just keep going into the rest of the song and see how they kind of evolve it.
For the love, shot for the love, tell me. Shot for the love, shot for the love, tell me. 이 순간이 영원하게 기도해. It make me crazy.
Whoa! That vocal chop? What is that? That is super cool. We've started calling them WTF moments. Moments where the audience just has to wake up out of the trance and go, that was so cool. Sometimes you can do it as like a stop. You can do it as a really cool transition, an unexpected vocal thing. It has to wake the audience up, you know? So by 2 minutes into the song, you've kind of tuned them in. If they're still there for 2 minutes, they're most likely going to listen to the rest of the song. So once you've got them in the trance and in the flow, you need to be able to jerk them around a little bit. It's almost like a roller coaster, right? Once they're on the roller coaster and they're in, you gotta take them through some curves and, you know, do that sort of thing. Anyway, keep going.
Come and get it, come and get it. Show me, baby.
Yeah.
Sit back and enjoy the show.
I'm so glad they're doing this again.
We can take it fast or slow. If you want me, then dance with me. Step it up, step it up, step
Okay.
it up.
Okay.
Step it up, step it up, step it up, step it up. Step with me, you gotta feel me. 마지막쯤은 나와 함께.
Wow.
아무 말도 하지 마. Sit back and just enjoy our show. 처음 본 순간부터 내게.
And into the hook again.
Cause you're my love for me, baby. 숨길 수 없어 난 내게. Cause you're my love for me, baby.
It is very common. I've noticed that, you know, in the bridge section, since dance and fashion and modeling is so closely intertwined with this industry in Korea, what I've heard is that I've just started to notice the consistency that in the B sections of pretty much all, like there's a lot of songs where the B sections of the bridge is like the singers encouraging people to dance. Like he said here, step it up for me. Like obviously you can't play this song at a piano, right? And like in a setting, it's not, this song is more than just like good songwriting. A lot of songs can get by on just like it being a good song, whereas they're really trying to create an experience and get people moving and get people excited, so they actually are encouraging people to move around. And it, like it said, that's very interesting. Just a consistency I've noticed a lot. The B sections of a lot of the bridges in these songs are the singer encouraging the audience to engage.
For the love, shot for the love, tell me. Shot for the love, shot for the love, tell me. 이 순간이 영원하게 기도해. This make me crazy. Step with me, mom.
Nice.
이 모든 걸 의미해. 이 순간이 영원하게 기도해. This make me crazy.
Wow, that like boom boom wow ba-da-da-dum boom boom wow. So cool. Yeah, wow. Well, before I give my final thoughts on this song, I just wanted to say if you enjoyed this video and it provided you some kind of value, we would just really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. Thank you so much for checking into the channel and helping us grow. And leave us a comment saying what you thought of the song. If you disagree with anything that I say, if you enjoyed it, either way, I'd love to hear all of it. If you want to go deeper into this, I just can't recommend enough the producer breakdowns from the Billboard500.com. We did a producer breakdown of Calvin Harris, Phineas, Rick Rubin, Diplo, and Pharrell Williams, and many more songwriters and performing artists and all that sort of thing. And basically what we do is we create an ingredients list of like kind of the skeletons for their song, the consistencies between all their songs and how they kind of evolve them. But it's kind of what also keeps these artists relevant for long periods of time. So either way, if you want to check that out, and the fastest way to grow as a producer or just is definitely by studying other people, and having someone like Adam break it down for you is so worth it. If you're a musician, producer, songwriter, or singer looking to grow in any way, the Billboard 500 Club is for you. I've been a part of it for almost 2 years now, and I've seen more improvement in myself than I had ever thought in my entire life. It's just so good being around a network of people who are incredible at what they do and who you can constantly see the places that you need to grow through, right? Everybody is a teacher, not just Adam. You have, and not just the over 70 mentors who are some of the most successful in the industry, teaching up and coming musicians like you and me. When they all come into the club, it's great. But what's more cool is working with people and learning from the people who are on the same level as you. And oftentimes you'll find the places that you need to grow, you're automatically drawn to the people that have those skills, right? So it's great. Anyway, I love this song. There was just so many sections. I feel like my attention span is getting smaller and smaller listening to this kind of music, because it's so, I just like one thing to the next. It makes me feel very like it's just jarring enough that I'm constantly entertained, but it's almost like, wow, they really are working so hard to keep my attention. And it's like, it's amazing. I can't believe that an experience like this is free. There's just so many cool sections. Especially I love the slow motion section with the saxophone in there. That's just an emotion and a vibe you don't really hear created very often. I'm definitely going to go back and reference that one section. That was very inspiring. But if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much. My name has been Logan Klaus. If you'd love to hit me up on social media, follow my YouTube channel or Instagram, I would just be so happy to chat and talk to you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye. Give me some